Elvis Presley News Report for the month of October 2016. Graceland was lighted up pink during the month of October to remind everyone of the benefits of early detection in the battle against breast cancer. Graceland was shining pink lights as symbol of hope and empowerment. Leading up to the release of the Wonder of You album, the second track of the album could be streamed on October 1st. The RPO gave I've Got a Thing About You Baby a new fun and upbeat backing. The song was written and recorded by Tony Joe White. In July 1973, Elvis's original version was recorded at the Stax Studios in Memphis and released in March 1974. On October 7, a third number of the new Elvis album became available for streaming on Vivo. The RPO used the studio version for the reworked version of Suspicious Minds. On October 14, the title song of The Wonder of You became available. Album producer Don Reedman says about the song, "It leaves you feeling uplifted and joyful, the way Elvis liked to make his audience and fans feel." And that is the reason why Don Reedman felt it was the right song to title the album with. The Wonder of You album was Album of the Week on BBC's Radio 2 in the week following October 5th. All the tracks were being broadcast throughout the week. For instance, I Just Can't Help Believing in the show of Janice Long and Suspicious Minds in the show of Ken Bruce. Producer Nick Patrick says about the album that they approached the recording and arrangements differently. "We wanted to create a more upbeat, celebratory feeling for the listener. We worked more from the ground up, adding rhythm elements first and then adding the orchestral parts later in the process. This gave us the ability to focus on the rhythmic energy of the songs and help us understand what Elvis was responding to during the original recordings." The single of the album, A Big Hunk of Love, showed up in the playlist of BBC Radio 2. Following the weeks of October 5 and October 12, the song was to be found on the B-list. On October 19, 2 days prior to the release, the album was at number 1 in the bestsellers list on Amazon UK. On October 21st, 2016, Elvis Presley with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, The Wonder of You was being released worldwide. It faced some heavy competition as the new albums of Michael Bublé and Lady Gaga were released as well. 3 days later, the midweek chart showed Elvis at the number 1 spot in the UK. The album leads the way in the official chart update by 3,500 combined sales at the midweek stage. Big news! October 28, 2016. Elvis Presley is still the king of the official chart in the UK, as his new album, The Wonder of You, earns him a historic 13th number 1 this week. The collection of orchestral reworkings of Elvis's hits with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra shifted 63,500 to land straight in at number 1. The feat means Elvis has more number 1 albums than any solo artist in the UK. The Beatles hold the overall record for the most chart-topping albums as a group in the UK, with 15 to their name. In October, this banner was being displayed to promote the Elvis on-screen concert at the O2 Arena in London. And while we are on the subject of the Elvis on-screen concert, dates were being announced for the Australian and New Zealand tour. Cities that will be visited are Perth, Adelaide, Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Hobart, Christchurch and Auckland. The famous Heartbreak Hotel in Memphis is closing its doors after 17 years. The hotel is making room for the parking lot of the new entertainment complex, which opens in the spring of 2017. On October 27th, Priscilla Presley opened the Guest House at Graceland, a $92 million luxury property. It is the largest hotel project in Memphis in over 90 years. Tony Stutchbury discovered that the official Facebook page of the Guest House at Graceland shows reviews from people who have been staying at the hotel already. The reviews are written by guests as far back as July 2016. Many of those who have so far reviewed their stay actually live in Memphis. It's all a little odd, to say the least. The auction at Graceland was being held during the grand opening of the guest house on the 29th of October. Here is the top 3 of Elvis-related items. At number 3, a complete set of Elvis's fingerprints on a 1970 Beverly Hills Police Department application for a permit to carry a concealed weapon, $30,000. At number 2, owned and worn ruby lion head cufflinks, given to bodyguard Sam Thompson, $32,500. At number 1, the aqua blue vine jumpsuit worn on stage in 1973-74. The suit, which was offered without the belt, shows signs of heavy stage use. There is wear and staining at the armpits, and there are discoloration marks and staining in the collar. It sold for $325,000. That's all for this month. Hope to see you next time. Until then, have a happy Elvis Presley Day.